LADNEK Limited. Changing the way the world sees sanitation.
LADNEK offers cleaning and disinfecting services that helps their clients maintain healthy operations and stay ahead of the curve. On a nationwide scale, they use the best practices across markets to deliver solutions for professional cleaning and disinfecting to your vehicles.
Wherever you are in the country, Trinidad or Tobago, LADNEK Limited can come to you directly to sanitize any vehicle you have. Their staff, oh my gosh, they are professional, certified and highly trained in dealing with the COVID-19 outbreak.
In these unprecedented times and in an effort to fight the COVID-19 pandemic in Trinidad and Tobago, LADNEK Limited is offering groundbreaking sanitizing and disinfection solutions to residential and commercial clients. We can sanitize your homes, your vehicles, your facilities. We have the latest technology, and always remember at LADNEK, we are changing the way the world sees sanitation. I'm grateful, I'm delighted. Hi, everyone.
This is another edition of Corporate Corner. Share with us some insight into your journey. Tell us where you are, what you're up to now, and what happened, what took place in terms of you getting there.
All right, so, well, I'm the CEO of LADNEK Limited, which is a facilities services company specializing in janitorial, painting, hygiene and sanitation. And well, we are very, very in high demand right now due to the climate with COVID-19. How did I get here? Honestly, I always had a passion for business from in school. I always wanted to go into business. I was always the student in school, always looking to sell something. And I think it started from there. Like since school, I always knew I wanted to do business. I didn't know what business, but I always knew that I wanted to do business. And I used to work construction for a period of time. And I used to observe cleaners working for contractors, going in and doing the cleaning and whatnot. And I kind of looked at it a lot, analyzed it, and I have no idea how I started a cleaning business. I just basically registered the company name and it just ended up where it is now. The first jobs that I got, I basically failed at it because I knew nothing about cleaning. I had to learn, and I mean, I just kept learning and learning and learning. And I think I'm not an expert, but I definitely know a lot more than when I initially started, which was about 11 years ago.
11 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's a long time. So you started in the cradle. Okay, I'm just kidding with you there. I have a little clue, but tell us about this name. How did you come up with that name?
So when I started, as you mentioned, in the cradle, my fear was me starting a business. People are going to interpret it as, who is this young person doing business? So I wanted a name that would be owned and stick to me, but wouldn't be easy to identify as myself being the owner. I didn't want to use my surname because that would have been kind of easy. So I basically flipped my name backwards and it created the word Ladneck, right? So it was a strange name to anyone, and you have to be really, really, really good to notice the backward spelling immediately. So I kind of always palmed it off as I was just an employee with the company and not directly the owner, because of my fear of being so young when I had started 11 years ago.
I think what you're doing is amazing, and the courage, to just step out there. Okay, Kendal, we're going great so far. So in terms of your contribution, you and or your organization, tell us a little bit about the impact that you've been making. I know as a young person, you're involved in social media, that's where we connected and so on. But tell us, what does LADNEK mean to you? What does it mean to our society, our economy, and our community at large?
All right, so primarily, LADNEK has employed roughly, at the point in time when I recently checked, it was like 150. I think it has grown now. We have employed, let's say, approximately 200 employees overall, and that is in Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. Right? Yeah, so a lot of because of the nature of our business, it's a lot of single parents, right, who trying to make ends meet, basically. Very grateful for the opportunities. So we help with employment. From time to time, we try to come up with some creative initiatives in terms of how we can donate to different organizations and charity groups.
Oh, that's good. What's your outlook for this year?
Well, right now, changes, I would say, in terms of the past 2 to 3 years. I think we wouldn't go as far back as the past 2 years, but I think COVID has made a lot of changes for business, as well as my business as well. I would say for my business, COVID has actually opened up my eyes as to how much opportunities there is out there. More than I would have seen prior to COVID, I'll be honest. A lot of businesses do not share the same sentiment as what I would have experienced. And I mean, in all means, it's not to say that COVID was this great thing, because it is a disease that is affecting the entire globe. But I would say the silver lining for me would have been, it has opened my eyes as to the amount of opportunities there are in terms of tailored around my business, in terms of hygiene, the services aspect, the products aspect, and it has helped me to push my business a lot more in the direction of those aspects tailored around sanitation and hygiene.
Excellent, excellent. So I want you to tell us, in terms of your hurdles, your challenges, what are some of the challenges, or one significant challenge that comes to mind, and how you would have overcome or hurdled that challenge?
Right. I think how I answered this would have been, we have a lot of challenges in life, and myself, there's always challenges every day. And I think not letting them take over and get you down. You always have to keep pushing and trying to reach wherever your goals are. You can't let your hurdles or challenges overcome you. You always have to try to understand what is life trying to teach you from whatever is in front of you. There's always a lesson to be learned.
You want to shoot us an example?
For instance, like how we started the segment, and I would have mentioned I was a bit fearful of being so young and having people believe that the business is my own, and I started this business because I was always thinking people are going to think, who is this little boy doing this? And I thought that I would have been rejected just based off of my youth. And at this point in time, I have embraced my youth, even though I'm losing it. I've embraced it. I'm proud to be the owner of my company. I don't hide that anymore. I've built the confidence to be able to hold that realm of leadership for my company. And that was a hurdle that I had to overcome. And basically, it was just perseverance and constantly not giving up that was able to give me all those attributes in terms of being a strong leader and overcoming the confidence issue.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing, Kendal. So in terms of advice, the CEO of LADNEK, what would you share if you were to select one piece of friendly advice, what would you share with this community?
Back there, perseverance. Don't give up. Go for what you want. Don't listen to the negative thoughts that come in your head, the negative words that may come from friends or family, right? If you know this is something that you want to do, that you're passionate about, any business venture, right? Think about it clearly, visualize it, right? And don't give up, persevere. Because life is so funny. Nothing in life is easy. You will go through trials and tribulations to see if this is what you really want.
So we're going to get into the other side of C-suite, the fun side.
Right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So your favorite things, as I say in this corner, I tell all the interviewees, we're used to singing in this corner.
I don't have my singing voice today. These are things favorite food. I like barbecue ribs. I just ate that actually. Song. I am a bit weird when it comes to music. I think some people would think that. I really love UK hip hop and R&B. There's also a genre called drill music. That's my favorite type of music, to be honest with you. Yeah. Favorite book is the favorite book would be The Greatest Salesman in the World and The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Those are two of my favorite books. Right. People, definitely anyone who I could learn from, right? I have quite a few, I would say, role models, mentors, right? Anyone I could learn from who basically are doing things that I would love to be doing, right? And places to visit, my most favorite place to visit would be the UK, which kind of derives where the love for the music comes from. I love the UK. Love it, love it, love it.
Have you ever been?
I used to live there for about 2 years. Years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's jump into the other one. Your clumsiest moment.
I think my clumsiest moment would have to be it would have been when I had failed with my first job with the company. We would have gotten a job to do for a client, polishing a floor. And it was my first physical time actually doing the job. And from watching it on YouTube and actually doing it for the first time, it was totally two different things. And that was one of the most, I wasn't proud of that job at all. But I also know that I had to learn from that to reach where I am today. That had to happen. So, I mean, to me, it was a clumsy moment, but I learned from it. I was able to learn from it.
That's the most important thing. How about your pet peeves?
Pet peeves. Well, I think I really don't like negative energy, negative vibes, people being negative about certain things. I think that would be my pet peeve. I try to stay away from that as much as possible.
Gotcha. All right. So we're winding down. Tell us a little bit about your hobbies, your playtime.
I'm very routine. Fitness is a big thing for me, gym, right? Gym and reading. Those are my hobbies, I would say.
So we're down to the last question today. Your dreams. If you had one wish to make, what would that be? Make a wish.
Well, I think the the socially responsible thing would be to wish for world peace, right? I all wish for the world to be back to normal from Corona. That would be the socially responsible thing, right? But I mean, for me overall, if I have to make a personal wish, it would be for success. I think success and happiness, I think, is what my wish would be, in terms of truly being happy with the achievements and actually reaching for as much of the stars that I have in my head, actually seeing it come true.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kendal. On behalf of the Key Business community, we want to extend thanks to Ladneck for releasing their CEO in such busy schedule to come and share with us and share, of course, the perspective as a youth, a young entrepreneur, and someone who's making a difference in his generation. So thank you so much for being part of us.
Really do appreciate it.
LADNEK Limited. Changing the way the world sees sanitation.